Another cracking session coming up now for people that like money. Does anybody like money here? Hopefully you do. This is about mobile game monetization and the new opportunities really that are opened up by stepping outside the walled gardens with the new regulations. And I'm delighted to welcome both Hannah and Nick from Xsolla.
Well, first off, I want to say thank you for everyone joining us. It's great to be in person. I don't know if some of you, this is your first conference back or not, but it's so nice to see more than just, people's faces and actually see body language. So I know if you guys are entertained or bored or liking it. My name is Nick Yamauchi, and a lot of people call me Yama. I mainly focus on, I'm a business developer with Xsolla. My main focus is PC and mobile. Everything that's going on has really brought us into the mobile industry. And Hannah Zhang here is my wonderful co-host.
Thanks, Yama. Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Zhang. I work as a BD manager in Xsolla. So I had several years working experience in a mobile game publisher. And right now I'm helping Xsolla to onboard mobile game partners and provide a web shop solution for them to monetize their game outside of app stores.
Thank you. So before we start, I'll give you guys an overview of, if you don't know who we are, Xsolla. We're a global video game commerce company. We try to help create a white label store for developers and publishers to sell their game keys, their virtual items and currencies. We're headquartered in Los Angeles, and we have offices all over the world, and we keep growing and expanding. And it's been a wonderful journey. It's nice to be part of a company where I feel like what I'm selling to you guys is a great benefit versus selling something that's just a quick cash grab, I guess I would say. We have partners that range from AAA all the way to indies. Each integration has been different and unique. So we have a lot of experience trying to help you guys do different things. We understand that not every integration is the same, even though it's payments, but there's different ways to do payments. And we're here to help you guys do whatever you need when you need it. So first, we'll start off with Hannah talking about the challenges that mobile developers have been facing over the last couple of years.
Yeah, so there always have some challenges facing mobile game developers and publishers while they try to monetize their game outside of app stores. So first challenge is a high percentage taken by app stores. As everyone knows, Apple Store and Google Play Store takes 30% per each transaction from mobile game developers and publishers, which means mobile game companies will have less budget to do UA and marketing, which are very important for mobile game to grow and also attract users. And second, it's very difficult to, the discoverability for mobile games is also an issue. So from the data from last year, there are 500 games launched every year, every day. So it's very difficult for mobile game to get features and get exposure to a lot of users. And also it's very difficult for users to find specific game within the app stores. Lastly, because of Apple's IDFA regulation, so mobile game companies has some issues to fund their user data and information. So it's very difficult for mobile games to do UA, player segmentation, and marketing. Yeah, that's a difficult. Because the difficult, Epic Games is having the lawsuit with Apple. So I know, Yama, you also monitor the lawsuit very closely. Do you want to share any insights about this lawsuit, and how do you think this will impact the mobile game industry and monetization?
Thank you for that. I think this is actually going to revolutionize the mobile game industry because It's opening the door for developers to be able to reach their players in more markets, right? Being able to only be on the App Store, the Google Play Store, really limits what you're capable of doing. You have to follow those regulations versus when Epic said, hey, you know what, enough's enough. Let me stick it to the big guy, buy another big guy. It opened the window to say, okay, what can we do? And developers now are able to kind of market themselves, which I think is super important. I don't know if you guys ever heard as developers where someone's like, hey, have you checked out that Steam game? Or have you checked out that game on Google Play or Apple? And it's pointing towards them instead of giving the developer credit that they deserve, right? It's a better ROI, especially if you're paying for marketing, to send it to yourself so you know who they are. So what's great about this, and it's opening up, is you get more online payments, you get to be in more markets, you get to market yourself, you get to create a custom white label page for yourself, and it really allows you to get more out of what you're selling versus just selling on the App Store and it being what it is, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And what's wonderful is we're seeing governments kind of open up to this. We're seeing countries open up to this. And you being in the publishing, you can kind of talk about some of the great new openings for it.
Yeah, so from last year, as somebody maybe monitored the lawsuit very closely, we could find that the lawsuit really changed the dynamic and also the regulation for the in-store ecosystem. So from last year, around August, Apple has announced, because the pressure from the lawsuit, Apple has announced that they will let developers to email their users about the third-party payment options. And also in the early of this year, Apple has announced that they will let developers from South Korea and Netherlands to provide the third-party payment options to their users. So the trends are Apple may eventually lift the restriction for many more countries to let developers to provide third-party payment options for their users. And also developers are more aware of the options to contact their user to pay directly to avoid the platform fees. So I know, Yama, you also monitor the new regulation and also the laws. Do you have any recommendations for developer, like what they can do or cannot do nowadays based on the new rules? Yeah.
I do, if you can see. So some of the simple ones, I'll start with the negatives because this is what I really was hoping it will change, right? Once these two rules hopefully come into place, and I know that there's Korea's already being able to, or they're talking about, is one, being able to link your store from in-app to your actual website is going to be a huge deal, right? I think a lot of players, when they discuss, well, how am I going to get people to my website? Well, if there's a link directly to it, how much easier can it get? Well, I'll tell you, you can actually put payments in the app, and that's the part that we are hoping to. With these two changes, hopefully coming in the next few years, it really is going to change the mobile game, right? You're going to be able to have those direct payments in your app. You're not going to have to inconvenience your players. It's going to be there. It'll be easy. Until that happens, what you're able to do is you're able to market to it. I think this is an amazing change. It's a great start, is that you're able to email your users who downloaded it from Apple, that you can say, hey, by the way, thank you for being a user. Thank you for subscribing. By the way, why don't you come support us on our website? Why don't you come directly to us and get your name out even more? A lot of people are using intermediaries, they're using influencers, they're using their Discord channels to get their markets out there, but it really opens the door for your users to come to your site. And because of this, like I said, more markets equals more sales, and who doesn't like more money? So Hannah's going to go over quickly what you're capable of selling from your web shops using our Xsolla tools.
Yeah, so speaking of the web store, so Xsolla is currently provide a web shop solution for mobile game companies. This solution allows mobile game companies to provide to create a web store outside of their mobile games to let their users to pay to purchase in-game item and currency and subscription directly to their website. So developer, by doing this, they will have a lot of benefits and advantages by using Xsolla's web store. So first, developer can create online new destination for their players to purchase in-game item, currency, and subscription. And it's allowed developer to create a new revenue stream beyond the app stores. So second, this solution also helped developer to avoid the 30% shares with Apple and Google, because for the web store, developer will have the option to choose which payment provider to cooperate with. They have the flexibility and options to choose which partner they want to cooperate with. Yeah.
And with that, because you don't have to pay the 30% platform fee, you're saving up to 20% with Xsolla's platform. We become the merchant of record, which pretty much means we become the agent to take over for selling your items, which means it incorporates sales tax and VAT. I don't know how many of you guys are accountants or enjoy doing that, but we do. We'll take it for you. And it saves you a lot of time. Also, because of that, we have over 700 different payment methods. And I don't know if you guys know that there's a lot more payment methods than credit cards, but users in different countries don't always use Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, right? And if you are selling a game and you're not having the payment methods your users are using, you're not going to capture those sales, right? And so with that, coming off the store and making your own shop, Apple has a limit of $99. So most popular games have these things called whales. And what they want to do is buy as much as they can and make it as easy. You can create like a concierge service for your whales and say, okay, well, this package is going to be $125, $130, and really give them more for their buck, right? So you're capitalizing on those players that are going to spend more by allowing them to get more for their dollar. And so they're going to then tell the other whales, hey, by the way, have you checked out these packages? So word of mouth is one of the best ways to spread your game's popularity, and you have a shop to go to it. So those are some great benefits of it. So talking about payments, I think we know what we're doing when it comes to payments. For instance, if you go to even the US, there's over 1 million users that don't just use credit cards. They have gift cards, they use cash payments. In Mexico, they use like Oxxo. In Brazil, which is almost 75 million users, they use Pix and Flaco Flash or something. I might be saying that wrong. I apologize. In Germany, it's PaySafe Card. I mean, in China, they have Alipay.
Alipay and WeChat Pay, yeah.
Yeah, so opening up to that, it allows you to have all those payment methods. And technically, you could create your own web shop, and technically, you can talk to these payment methods. But the problem is then you're in charge of all the regulations. You're in charge of making sure you're doing all the taxes. So it just makes sense to have a company like Xsolla that can take care of all that for you at a wonderful low cost of 5%. So now what we're going to do is, because we've talked a lot and we didn't want to bombard you with everything we can do, but mobile, I think that's what this conference is about. We're going to open up for questions because we know it's important for you guys to discuss it. And we, as much as I like hearing my voice, it's nice to hear from you guys as well.
Yes.
So do any of you guys have questions?
Let me get up.
We have an extra mic too.
There's a question here. I'll do the run in the back.
Why, thank you. So
good. I could do the exercise. I know what you're thinking.
What's that?
There you go. What's exercising?
Hi, my name is Daniel from Smike in Megaport in US office. Thank you for your speech, and it's very good information. Speaking of the payment option for not even US, but country doesn't have payment option like Brazil. We do have a lot of players coming from Brazil, even if they want to pay, but as you may know, like maybe like 90%, they don't have a credit card. About 5% they only have internet credit card. meaning that even if they want to pay, they're not able to pay.
Mhm.
So can you maybe apply your solution to specific country, or like you can do that too?
Yeah. So what's nice is you can also do regional pricing, right? So if you sell a package that's $120 or $20 in certain countries, that's a lot. So if you do regional pricing, which our publisher account allows you to, it also makes it specific for that dollar as well, or the ruble, or oh my God, what do they use in Brazil? I'm blanking. Boleto, yes. Yeah, so you can make it in that currency as well. And we have a couple payment methods, like I said, Pix, Lotto Flash and stuff like that. So yes, you can do that for specific countries.
So I know that it is now legal right now, but how does it maybe relations between like app stores like Google and especially Google? Because what publisher or developer kind of wondering is that what if if we work with some other third-party payment solution, what if Google may not like it, so we're not make it a feature on the app store? Like, do you see any other like cases like that?
So we've heard that concern a lot, but we've yet to see a partner be punished for doing it, especially now with the new regulations. Apple explicitly said you're able to do this. What you can't do is put the payments in the app, and you can't link the store, but you can announce your store, you can say it, and it's completely legal to sell your own currencies. What we recommend is if you have like a base package, keep that the same. That would help prevent them from trying to turn you off, but we haven't had any partners get turned off from that yet.
Yeah, and also for the web store, you monetize your web store outside of the game, outside of the app stores. So there's no conflict with in-store, in-game, in-store ecosystem. Yes, so there's no conflict with Apple and Google.
Thank you.
Thank you for answering.
Good question. Do we have any more questions out there?
We have 3 minutes and 32 seconds counting down.
There is
right.
one. I'm going to come over. Getting a sweat on here.
Hi, thanks for the insights, very helpful. Will you allow crypto payments?
So we have a wallet called BitPay, and that whatever payments are in there are allowed to be in it. However, we don't accept straight Ethereum or Bitcoin ourselves. And the reason why is we just want to make sure if any fluctuation or anything happens, we keep you guys safe as well, right? There's a lot of things going on where, say someone hacks your account, they take it, we can't do a refund or protect you because there's no way of getting it back. So us ourselves know, but we have a wallet called BitPay.
Is the fluctuation in Bitcoin? I didn't realize.
Just a little bit. Just
don't look at your holdings today, I'd suggest. Any other questions out there? I'm going to ask one then. So,
sure.
If I can. Yeah. So there's a lot. I know there's a lot of services Xsolla can offer, and just purely on the payment side, what sort of percentage uptick are you seeing from people that are utilizing this, that are making the most of going outside the walled gardens? What sort of revenue increase can I expect as an average developer? I know it's a variance, right?
Yeah. So one, it's a variant. Two, I can't talk specific partners on how much more money, but just expect your per purchase would be about 20% increase in revenue because you don't have to pay that 30% revenue, right? So it's our Xsolla fee, payment system fee, and then the standard taxes.
But you'd hope to, because you're making it easier, you'd hope to unlock other revenue as well.
Exactly. Well, you're opening more markets, more people are able to pay. You're able to offer better packages. So there's a better potential to make more money on your website than just going through the App Store.
And how easy is this to do? Is it a button press?
I think it's pretty simple, especially if you keep it simple. Like if you're selling just coin packages, it can get a little more complicated if you're putting up 1,000 items, of course, and you're having different price points and all that stuff. But our team has integration managers, sales engineers, product owners, business owners to help you with that process if it gets complicated. So you have a team to guide you into it.
Cool. And you are outside in the expo, and here all
in the expo, you walk in, you'll see a TV, and it should be hopefully playing something, and then we'll be there with 3 tables.
And they're handing out free money at the store. No, you're probably not doing that.
We're handing out free mouse pads if anyone wants giant mouse pads,
which is almost as good.
Yes,
I think
they are. I use 2 of them. Come get them, please. I do not want to take them back.
Fantastic. All right, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah,
thank you, everyone.
Have a nice day.